Thank you so much for this opportunity once again, and then to present this beautiful aspect. To begin with, about me, I'm Hari from Australia, Melbourne. Um, I've been meditating or associated with the PSSM and the corresponding teams from past 23 years. But meditation was there in my life from my childhood. My whole family meditates. My grandfather, starting with. So meditation was always there. This word, this concept, this aspect of meditation was always there in my life from the time that I know of, probably at the age of 3 or 4. So meditation, the term meditation or the concept meditation has come into my life so naturally. I haven't started meditating for any reason initially, or haven't been introduced to this subject called meditation for any reason. So this always been there. Just like I used to play, just like I used to study, just like I used to spend time with friends, we used to meditate at school as well. So I studied in a school called Maharshi Vidya Mandir. So where our day used to start with meditation. At the age where I didn't know that meditation is something separate from life. Just like every day morning, we used to sit for meditation and then start. Never even thought about meditation and spirituality. But this became a serious aspect of my life when my uncle, Sri Badri Narayana Garu, introduced me back in 1999, 2000, seriously. And that's when I used to even think and then took meditation seriously. And then exploring it scientifically as well. So from then on, this journey continued. We explored many layers of spirituality, questioned logically, questioned many concepts of meditation logically, experimented many aspects of meditation logically. And then, there were so many ups and downs in this journey from there, where, sometimes, we used to question meditation saying that this is wrong, this is right. Astral travel, they say, what is astral travel? It's not silly. It's not scientifically proven. Or any experiences that they say, enlightenment, the word enlightenment. All these things we have questioned logically. I have questioned logically. And then practiced meditation for longer hours, more than 7 hours, 8 hours a day at some point of my life. So today, I'm here sitting confidently and be able to speak out of experience than just conceptually about meditation and many other aspects. So that's the short journey of mine into spirituality and meditation from past 23 years. So this is a wonderful program, like initially when we start doing meditation, or the people who have already been meditating, at one point, the continuity in meditation, continuity in the practice is very important. That's what this platform is offering. Like we are able to meditate every day at the same time as a group, and also learn about various concepts, learn about various layers of ourselves through many masters. And in first 1 week, we have learned almost anything and everything about meditation. So detailed, so many great masters. It was so good, so thoughtful, knowledgeful. And next week onwards, we are going to get into the real concepts and the knowledge of ourselves. What meditation brings out is what we are going to witness. And today I would like to take this opportunity to bridge between meditation and knowledge. And the concept that I have thought about today, that came today, is life in tune with breath. We'll try to make it as interactive as we can very soon. I am a kind of a person who talks real life in meditation, because forget about meditation giving enlightenment or learning about soul or whatever, but are we happy right now? Are we satisfied right now? Are we filled right now? If we are not full right now, if we are not able to be satisfied right now, thinking about something else, thinking about heaven, is a meaningless concept to me. Can't we do something to be happy right now? Can't we do something to be full right now? Even happy is a kind of a philosophical word, right? I mean, happy means, always smiling. Can we be full right now? When I say full, satisfied, I am happy with this moment right now with me. I am happy with me right now. The way that I am, the way that I handle this situation right now is something that I should be happy about. That's where we should start. And when we start with that, we don't even think about enlightenment, because that feels like an enlightenment when we are full in this moment. So what is there right now? In this moment, what is there? When I say what is there, forget about the environment. With us right now, what is there? This body, right? We are with this body right now. So, no problem with it. We are here. We have the breath as well. Right? Can we breathe? Can we take yesterday's breath? Or can we take one breath from tomorrow or next 1 hour? Can we take one breath from the next 1 hour that we are going to take? No. Breath is here right now. The body is here right now. I'm sure every one of us agree with it. We cannot live in the body that we lived yesterday, or we cannot live in the body that we are going to live tomorrow. The body is present right now here. This is the body. Tomorrow, forget about it. We may get a new pain body tomorrow. Or the pain that we have today may go off tomorrow. We cannot live in that. Or 10 years back, we might be, lean, nice. And today probably we have put on some weight. Or probably we are so healthy today. And then tomorrow we may gain some weight. That body, this body is different. We cannot live in that. We can live only in this body right now, in this moment here. And the same way we can take breaths right now. The breath that we have taken 10 seconds back is gone. So we have breath, we have body right now, and no discussion. And it happens so naturally. No problem with it. But we have one problem. And that's why we are all meditating. You know what? Our thoughts. We live in the past. We live in the future. We think about many things that happens in the past. We sit here, we think about, that person. How come he behaved with me like this? How can he do that? How can I fail in so and so? Oh, you know what? My success 10 years back, that was me. This is not me. 10 years back, I achieved so much and that was me. Or, you know what? One day I will become something. Or after 2 years, I will plan something for my life. So this is what we do. Our mind is always either in the past or in the future, most of the time. Whereas our body and breath is here. And because of this non-sync, because there is no sync between breath, body, and mind, which constitutes life. That's what life is about. Because to do something, we need to think right now. To do something, we need our body right now. To live, we need our breath right now. Because these three are not in sync, not in line, we have so many stresses, so many diseases, so many problems, so many issues, so much of overconfidence because of over positivity or a synthetic positivity. And when we fall, when we are overconfident, when we fall, we cannot take it. You may ask me, oh, what is the problem of being overconfident? When we are overconfident, we cannot take the failure. When we are low, we cannot achieve success. Because all these three aspects are not in line. Because all these three aspects are not in line, we'll have a lot of stress, diseases, strain, not healthy relationships, not healthy mind, no success, or unable to digest success sometimes. A lot of these aspects. And that's when we start searching, oh, something is happening with me. What to do now? I hope someone helps me. And then good that you, after taking all the support from the people outside, or books, or concepts, or ego, or whatever, you have come to the right place. That is meditation, because meditation is going to drive that help not from outside, but from inside. Okay? So now fundamentally, I would like to outline one issue, that body and breath are present, but our mind is not present, which is the issue causing all the things. Now I'll take one step further into it. Today could be a bit subjective, but tomorrow onwards we are going to go into more subjects. So I would like to slowly lean you into the subjects. Now I'll take one step further. Until we start observing, maybe some of you might be already feeling this because we started meditating. Our breath is in tune with every aspect of our body and mind. Means, when we are angry, our breath changes. When we are happy, our breath changes. When we are in a particular place, our breath changes. Do you know, when you are in a temple, in a very calming environment, where even though there are so many people around, even though how much ever rush the temple is, we feel calm. Our breath is calm. With the same amount of people in a marketplace, our breath won't be same. So even the place that we are in, the thoughts that we make, the emotions that we have, reflects the rhythm of the breath. If we run fast, our breath changes. If we sit, our breath changes. If we open our eyes, our breath changes. If we close our eyes, our breath changes. If we lift our hand, our breath changes. We can do this experiment as well by yourself. Try it. After today's session, you can try it. If you lift your hand, your breath changes. If you put your hand, your breath changes. And when you move here, your breath. And you bring down, there will be a small gap, short pause it takes. It's like changing the gear. Let's try it. Okay, right now. It won't take much of time, right? So, now observe your breath. Open your eyes, observe your breath. Lift your hand. When you lifted your hand, observe there was a shortest break in your breath. Very short. Now observe your breath. Now put your hands down. So when you even move the body, did you observe that shortest break Has anyone? And also how the rhythm of the breath changed. Such a subtle change in the body, right? What we did is just lifted our hands and then dropped our hands back. Even that changed the rhythm of the breath. And there was a short break, as if the gear has changed, in the car. Or first gear to second gear or third gear, whatever it is. That's how in sync breath is with life, with the body, with the mind, with every other emotion that we have. Every bit of it. It is in total sync always. Whether we are a meditator or a non-meditator, it is in sync with the breath. Life is in sync with the breath. So now I said life in tune with breath means, what is life? Life is nothing but sum total of the events that we are in and the events that we participate in. We eat, we walk, we maintain relationships, we study, we succeed in some things, we play, we fail, we cry, we laugh, we drink water. Everything that we do, sum total of the events that we are doing is life right now. And then, as I have just shown, the breath is also in tune with whatever that we are doing in our life. Every bit. It changes the gears continuously, it drives. It is like, drive along, walk along with the life. But science that we may not understand or not know till now until we come here is, it is not the life that drives the breath always. It is like a balance, one side life and one side breath. It is not always like, one side we move and the other side moves. When it is in a balance, let's say when there is a small thing and, stick in between, and then there is a stick here and then balance. It's not that one side if we move, the other side moves. It is also the other side if we move, the second side moves. It is both sides. Whether we can tune life with the breath or breath with the life. It's a two-way thing. It's a balancing act. So the most profound aspect that we have touched in meditation is breath, because what we are going to do with this is, we are going to tune the breath to tune the life. Harmonize the breath to harmonize the life. When we do meditation, we think that, I have so much of anger. This anger should go away. I have so much of jealousy. This jealousy should go away. I have so much of negative thoughts. This should go away. I have so much of that, a fear that should go away. No. I want to give a new dimension of it. How can you just get rid of fear? You're walking, there is a snake there. You want a little bit of fear to trigger there, to trigger the alertness, to be able to move away from the danger. It is not that. There is nothing negative. There is nothing unnecessary that God has created or this universe has created. Every emotion and every aspect is needed. But the problem is we don't have the balance or harmony with it. We are not harmonized with fear. We don't have harmony with jealousy. We don't have harmony with any of the, anger. We don't know how to express anger. The problem is that it's not about having anger. It is about we don't know how to harmonize. So to bring harmony to every aspect of our life, breath can be a greatest instrument. And it is being scientifically proven right now that, breath can harmonize our emotions. Breath can quieten our mind. Breath can bring balance in our body, is what's being scientifically proven right now by many universities. White papers are being produced in many universities right now. So what happens is, when we sit and we have so much of anger, for example, We are angry with someone right now. We are fuming, literally fuming. And that's what the other side of the life, right? That's the life. Right now we are angry. And this anger should not change the breath. That's what is happening right now. Okay? But what we need to learn now is we are going to turn this upside down. When we are angry, let it not change the breath. Start observing the breath at that moment. I'm not asking you to come down with anger, or I'm not asking you to, think that, I should not be angry. Why am I angry? No questions, no philosophy. No need of all these philosophical aspects of life. Start observing the breath. You still be angry. That's fine. I'm not asking you even to think, good or think in certain way. But start observing the breath. Angry, observe the breath. Observe the breath as it is. No need to even modulate. Just observe it. Witness it. And try. What happens is, this breath has the ability to tune anger. Because breath is a natural process. Means breath knows how much, what should be the rhythm. The process of breathing knows what should be the rhythm in a certain scenario. When you run, breath knows how it should breathe. For this whole function to work, breath knows what should be the rhythm of the breath. What should be the inhales, how many inhales and exhales that it should take, at what rhythm. The mechanism of breath knows it. The problem is, with our emotions or with our life, we disturb that rhythm of the breath. But when we start observing the breath, it goes into the natural rhythm at that point of time, your anger. And when we start observing the breath, it comes in tune. Okay, how much anger should I be? What should be the state of? How should I express? So it tunes our emotion at that point of time. There is so much pain. Observe the breath. It tones how much should be the pain and how to handle it, how to respond to it. Because breath is indirect link with the mind. So what we are doing by observing the breath is, we are bringing the mind and the body and the breath into one line, which is a complete balance, total balance in life. It is total balance in this moment, in this present moment, bringing all of them together into this moment with under no influences from past or future. So when we observe the breath, in whatever state it is, it brings the mind from past and future to the present moment. Means, I got some wound. I fell down, I got some wound. What we do these days is we Google. I got this wound. What happened? How much pain should I have? Who is deciding my pain? And in Google, or if we talk to any people who had so much of pain tell that, because of this wound, I got so much of pain. Because no success stories are talked on Google. If someone has a problem, they go to Google. We have pain, we go to Google. So likewise, every one of us, or we have problem, we talk to people. If we don't have problem, we don't talk to people, right? So people who have problems talk and write. So we gather information from that, and then we get influenced by that, because mind is always in the past or on certain aspects. We gather information, we get influenced by that. Our body and breath is here, but our mind is taking information or the influences from the past, and then we inflict it, and then that increases the pain. that disharmonize the situation. We actually may not have that much pain, but because we think that we should have that much pain, we inflict it. That's what most of our problems are. Anger is not a problem. If someone does a mistake, or if something happened, it's a natural emotion. But thing is, how much anger should I have right now is the problem, that harmony is not there. So likewise, every aspect of life, how much to eat, be in this moment. Stop thinking about past. Be with your breath as much as you can. Then you will eat how much ever you want. And it won't create any problem. What to talk with a person? Sit. If you are thinking about past and bringing some influences from past or future, observe your breath and talk. Talk along with your breath. It brings harmony into our life. That's when all the negativity that we are thinking will become positivity. Means our anger becomes positive. We don't get or feel guilty about our anger because our anger becomes so meaningful. Because we are in the present moment, we are under no influence. We have expressed our anger. Talking more about anger is because this is what the problem of many of us, fear and anger, emotionally in life. So this fear or anger or any other emotions that we think are problems actually becomes even opportunities in many aspects when we start observing our breath and harmonize these emotions, harmonize these thoughts, or bring these emotions and thoughts into this moment. So to summarize before going into the Q&A sessions, we have to bring harmony between or bring balance between thoughts, body, and breath. And our day-to-day life on earth constitutes of these three aspects, nothing else. Without mind, you cannot do anything. Without body, you cannot do anything. Without breath, we cannot live. And then just like the body and breath works, mind should work. Because of whatever reasons, we lost this. We always live in the past, which doesn't exist. We always live in the future, which doesn't exist. Future and past doesn't exist. I remember a short story, very short story, that I would like to share today. Once a disciple went to a Zen master and then said, sir, somehow all of a sudden I get this anger from somewhere. I'm unable to control it. How to handle this situation? I'm unable to even, bear this. Because sometimes I slap people, sometimes I hit people in this anger. Even near and dear. Doesn't matter. I act crazy. Then this master held his head closer, looked on his head and then said, where is the anger? I'm unable to see it. Held his head and then said, where is this anger? I'm searching in your head or in your eyes and face. Where is it? He said, no. I'm not angry now. But sometimes I get this anger. But when I get it, I am out of control. Then that master says, sometimes you get it, is it? If there is something that comes and goes, that is actually not you. Like the clouds that comes and goes, which is not you. Look at the sky, which is always there, and that is you. Likewise, we are stuck with these emotions. We are stuck with these things that doesn't exist, that just come and go. No need to be so much worried about all these things. Oh, in the past, something happened. I was not good. I hurt someone, I was angry. I had this fear from the past. No need to worry about all those things. Those come and go. But in reality, to handle those, We have to be with the breath. Not just in meditation, even in our day-to-day life. Whenever we think that things are out of our hands, we have to be with our breath, which harmonizes every aspect of life. Breath is the guru. Patriji says, "Sir, who is my guru? You are my guru." Everyone used to go to Patriji. You know why I used to admire Patriji? When someone goes to a person and then says, "Oh, you are my guru. You know, you gave me life. You gave me everything." Then that says, "Oh, wow, yes, I gave you everything." No, Patriji used to say, "No, Baba, your breath is your guru." Such a profound line. I haven't heard anyone saying that after Gautama Buddha. Patriji who said that. Your breath is your guru. Why your breath is your guru? Because breath teaches everything. Breath teaches how to feel, how to think, how to be angry, how to handle every situation in life. Then what should we be with? When someone is teaching, should we be attentive? Should we be listening to breath? When we go to a school, who do we listen to? The teacher. If we don't listen to the teacher, then what happens? We can't be in tune with the subject. Likewise, if we are not with the breath, which is our guru, then we cannot learn. This guru, the breath, guides us, brings us into the balance, into every moment of our life. So always at every point of time, listen to your breath, which brings the harmony into our life, every aspect of our life. And it is practical, it is scientific. There's so many articles which is scientifically proven. Because you know what? Vasco da Gama has discovered India. By then so many people were already living there. But science has proven, Vasco da Gama has discovered India. Columbus has discovered US, America. By then so many people were already living. But scientifically, by science, in our textbooks or wherever, something is in the textbook, we believe it. So likewise, we look for the scientific backing for everything. But thing is, when something is already happening to us, we don't need to even look for science. Observe the breath and see if it brings harmony into our life. If it brings harmony into our life, why do you need scientific backing? But to treat the mind, yes, there are scientific backings for that. Very strong scientific backings for this in the last 10 years. So I'll be sharing those articles as well. So today, in summary, today my point is to bring harmony in your life, to bring life in tune with the breath. It's not just during meditation, even when you're disturbed, when you are not in balance, observe your breath. Just be with the breath. No need to close your eyes. You're angry, don't think about emotion. Don't think about the cloud. Just, okay, I'm observing my breath. It is fast, it is slow, it is short, whatever way it is. Be with the breath. And that brings harmony into your life. Okay? All right. So that's the summary. Before talking anymore, I will see if anyone has any questions or anything to share.
When we are in pain, we get too much engrossed into the pain. We won't be in a state to observe the breath. Are there any suggestions?
Yeah. Thing is, observation is the key. First point. Whatever is prominent, that's what we get to observe, right? In that scenario where we are unable to observe the breath, if pain is more prominent than the breath, observe the pain. The point is to get back to the present moment. That is the key. So, the moment you start observing the pain, it gives some room to be able to observe the breath automatically. As I instructed in meditation on first day and today, When you are meditating, if any thought is seriously pushing you back, saying that, at any cost, I am unable to observe the breath, right? Then observe the thought. The moment you observe the thought, you come to the present, and the influence of the past and future, or the thoughts that are inflicting that pain will calm down, and that gives some room to be able to focus on breath. So in that scenario, whatever is prominent, if it is pain, if it is anger, if you whatever you're talking, if in anger you are just shouting or be so angry that you are unable to watch your breath, watch the rhythm or the vibration in your throat, which could be more prominent, right? So likewise, in the pain, observe the pain, calm. Okay, whatever way that it is happening, just be with the pain. And that gives immediately within 2-3 minutes, that gives the room to be able to be with the breath. Breath can heal body, breath can heal mind, breath can heal emotions. Okay? Breath can do anything and everything. We come here with the breath. It is the life force. It is the energy force. It is anything and everything. We have to be able to establish this connection with the breath as much as we can. That's why we say, initially practice as much meditation as you can. Practice for longer hours, because this connection to the breath has to be established, because breath is the bridge between us and everything else. I'm saying everything else. When I say everything else, inside and outside, it connects to our body, it connects to our relationships, it connects to our material aspects, connects to money, connects to everything that is alive. Breath is the bridge to consciousness, is what Tinchadnan says. What is consciousness? Consciousness is nothing but everything that is awake, everything that is alive, everything that has atoms and molecules is consciousness. That means everything that exists is consciousness. So breath is the bridge. The moment we catch or to be able to tap in this breath, we'll be able to tap into anything. There are people who does telepathy. There is something called telekinesis, where they would be able to bend spoons and physical things as well. With their power. It's not power. It's the power of being able to tap into the breath, because breath connects us to everything that is awake. So you will be able to do anything and everything. That's how powerful the breath is. That's why Patriji and many other gurus has told that breath is the guru. Breath is the life. If you catch the breath, anything will happen, is what any guru said.
How to know that I am progressing while practicing breathing?
Oh, excellent. So the moment you are observing the breath, you are progressing. It started. It won't stop. Maybe faster or slower, but the moment you sit and close your eyes, the progress has started. Every time you close your eyes, the progress starts. Forget about even coming to the breath. The moment you close your eyes, because the moment we sit somewhere and close our eyes, 90% of the mind activity is gone, only 10% is left. Okay? 90% will be gone, 10%. So the moment you sit and close your eyes, you are progressing. What is progress? Progress is nothing but the level of awareness, the level of being in the present opens up. So the moment you are in your breath, don't worry about if someone is observing for 10 minutes and I observed for 5 minutes. So who is progressing more? It won't work like that, because the time and space are nothing but the manifestations of mind. Who invented time? There are only day and nights. Hours, minutes, seconds is something that we created. Clock is human created. So it doesn't matter how much time and how much space. What matters is sit, witness, you're going. Don't worry. Never think that, This is a misconception that, I sit. I've been doing meditation from past 2 years. How many more years it will take for me to get enlightened? You know, you are again bringing mind here into spirituality, which will become bigger block. The goal should be, that's why I said, when I started this session, I said, this session is all about, am I full in this moment? That should be the goal. Am I happy in this moment? Am I full? How deep I am? How rooted I am in this situation? Am I able to establish complete meaning to this particular moment in my life or not? When some conflict happens with someone, why did this happen? Do I know it right away? Or do I have to sit for meditation for 10 hours to know it? Next step, first time when something wrong happens in our life, we sit for meditation and then open up. Now I know why it happened. This has so-and-so link and this has so-and-so thing. I had so-and-so fear, or I have so-and-so past life thing, whatever the root cause. And then next time you sit for only 30 minutes and then you may know. But thing is, if it comes to a state where we know why we are talking right now, we know why we are acting right now, we know why we are breathing right now, if we can get to that meaningful state, forget about everything. Until that, meditate. Meditate as much as you can.
We do meditation every day in disciplined way. To grow spiritually a bit faster, what are the precautions we should take? Should we make any changes in our lifestyle or in anything? Please clarify.
Again, faster is just now I think answered.
Yeah.
Fast is again the mind. Okay?
Correct.
Instead of the fast, what I say is, how happy I am right now is the question. How to be happy right now. And this right now changes every moment. Let me be a bit more clear. How to be happy right now. Question, try to live happily. How to try to live happily is by being in the present moment and being as healthy as we can right now, right? We cannot bring our maturity from future or some pain from the past. So to be able to live in this present moment, and by meditating more and more every day, as much as you can, and by reading as much as you can, by talking to or joining these kind of sessions as much as you can, the depth of our awareness increases, sharpens, and then that is our progress. And that progress happens naturally. There is no fast. How do we know that you haven't already achieved it? We always crave for something. Once we start doing meditation, stop craving for something, not even enlightenment. Instead, start trying to improve the quality of this moment. Every moment, how deep I can be. Am I so much present or not? Question yourself. Introspect yourself. Joy. How to be happy right now? Have this question every single time in you that, how should I be now to be happy? This question changes everything in our life. Every single aspect of our life. We are enlightened. If we can have this answer to this question at one day so clearly, we are enlightened. What should I do right now to be happy? And strive to do that. Strive towards being that. How do you want to see yourself to be happy? Keep asking this question, and then once this question becomes clear, and to make it faster, logically, if you ask me, meditate more. Because if we meditate more, as much as we can, that's what brings awareness. That's what brings quality in our breath. Once we get the quality of the breath right, everything will get right. So, faster comes out of more meditation.
I felt that I am reacting more than what is required for the situation, and I feel guilty immediately after a few minutes. How can I overcome this?
How do we know that what is required? Maybe that is required. Do you know actually? So the problem is weighing that as well, that, what is required and what is not required. Do we actually know what is required and what is not required? So the answer to this question is forget about even thinking what is required and what is not required, because of that judgment, what is happening is the guilt is coming into you. Someone or some aspect from the past or some concept has inflicted that measure into you, that, only this much is required. Why did you react so much? Who told you that? Reacted so much. And that's what is inflicting guilt on you, which is bigger stumbling block. The guilt and regret are things which pulls us down to the lowest in our life. It's okay to do mistake, how much ever big the mistake is, until and unless we are aware of that mistake and then ready to not to commit again. I'm saying only ready to not to commit again. We may commit again because we are not in line yet. Our mind, body, and breath are not in line. That's what we are working towards. But at least we should have this sense that we should not be able to commit the same mistake again. And it is okay to commit the mistake in the past, because that was our state back then. If we create guilt and regret out of it, it won't let us move forward. It won't let us change. It brings more and more and more negativity to us. So what I suggest is, don't even measure how much you should react. Be yourself, meditate, try not to commit the same thing again. Keep practicing it, and you will get to that point one day. And keep meditating, keep focusing, keep observing your breath. And today's tip that I have given, right? Next time when you are angry, try to be with your breath. It will start bringing your life in tune with you, your anger in tune with you.
When you're practicing breath with breath, I am deeply connected but look serious. But people say that we should be happy every moment. For me, happy and being in the moment is not going together. Can you give some clarity?
Okay, very good question, I should say. What do you be when you say serious? Not having a smiling face, I guess.
Inwardly, he or she may be really happy, but
Exactly. So there are a couple of things here. One, in the initial days when we do things, let's say when you are learning to ride a bike, ride a cycle for the first time in your life, right? You're nervous, and then you're still learning. You want to be attentive, focused, and then you're learning. When you're learning something, you are serious. You don't want to have something in your hand and then ride a bike, or do a joyful ride with some slides on the bike, or do that. You are serious when you are learning. You seem serious because you're learning, you're getting into it, and it is okay. Once you get into the path of enjoying the meditation, you're not worried about thoughts, you're not worried about breath, you are just being in the present and get to that cycle, right? You start becoming joyful. When I say joyful, initially you'll have these questions that, I'm getting so many thoughts, I'm unable to control them. I am unable to bring my focus onto the breath. You're still doing some level of practice there. You're trying to figure out a way for you to get into the state of meditation. It is okay. Initially, we are learning it, right? Without learning, we cannot be. But once you get to a comfortable state after a few days of meditation, let's say if you have started this 33 days of meditation or 40 days of meditation, right? You will slowly start easing out in meditation. You know what? I know that I should not think anything right now. So most of the things, until and unless it is very pressing, no thought will come to me right now. And then I'll just enjoy it, be with the breath, and stay with it. You don't even think about happiness at that point of time. You just enjoy the state. So maybe initially right now when you are actually learning to meditate and then sitting for meditation, it may look like seriousness, but thing is, once you get into the ease and then get into the state of meditation, joy automatically pops up. Okay, the happiness automatically pops up, and it is not about having a smiley face. It is about having that inner satisfaction. Are you happy? Are you enjoying sitting? If you are serious, you won't be able to sit for meditation, right? Who want to be serious and then sit for meditation? I don't think so. If you are sitting in meditation, you are liking it. And that joy or happiness is personal. It is not about you expressing it. So not everyone expresses the same way. You sit in meditation, some may smile, some may cry, some may, I have seen this kind of, I have heard many of such experiences. This person always goes into ecstasy and then cries after meditation. I'm not crying. What is the problem? Their way of physical expression. Our body and our mind has certain ways of expressing the state that we are in. Not everyone's anger is same. Not everyone's happiness is same. Not everyone's emotions are same way expressed. So don't think about expression. Enjoy the state. You will get into it. Hope that answered your question.
Everything is okay, Master, but what is the final goal in meditation, and what is the final destination in meditation? And how to know that where I stand in meditation?
The final goal in meditation is to be in this moment. To be in this moment is the final goal, nothing else. That's why we are here actually. The enlightenment is to be in this moment. Buddha was in this moment. He is in this moment. So there is no other. If you think about the material goals, what is my purpose of life? What is my purpose of this life on earth right now, or as a father, or as a mother, or as a role? If you look for that automatically happens when you are in this moment. Because we have designed our life to live moment to moment. And in this moment, whatever that is supposed to happen already happens. It already happens. We miss the moments because we live in the past. Everything happens in this moment. Has your life ever stopped? Have you stopped aging? Have you stopped doing work or growing up? No, right? Everything happens moment to moment. Every situation happens. The problem is we are not living in it. Likewise, how beautiful this universe and this creation is that every moment our goal exists. In this moment, what we are supposed to be is already there. It's here right now. The goal that you are asking for, what is the final goal of meditation? The final goal of meditation is right now, here in this moment, happening in your life. The problem is we are not living in it. So the moment we start to live in this moment, this question disappears because we feel so full. I've been using this from the beginning, from the start of this session. I've been telling this, are we feeling full in this moment? If we feel full in this moment, we don't get anywhere. We don't ask what is the goal? Because the goal is already here. We are full. We know that we are living this moment. We know we are living our life. We know we are living our design. Every one of us comes here with a design. And in this moment, whether we are there or not, the design happens. That moment happens. So the goal in meditation is to be able to fully be present in this moment right now, 100%. If we can achieve that, we are Buddha, we are God, we are, the enlightened being is what I say. Don't set bigger goals. Don't set bigger goals. Yes, as you asked, living in this moment is the goal, is the only goal. And that follows everything. That follows your life purpose as well. If you are living in this moment, your life purpose is already here. You will realize it. No one is deviated from, no one's goal is waiting anywhere else but here. No one's life purpose is waiting anywhere else but here. The people, the resources, the energy, the opportunities that are required for our life purpose and the situations that are required for our life purpose are here right now. Come here, live it.